I ignored my destiny once. I cannot do that again. Even for you. I'm the only one who knows that. At least I'm the only one with the will to act on it.
The Mad Titan Podcast with your host, Jay Washington.
What is happening, everybody? It's episode 14 of season 2. I know what episode it is already of the Mad Titan Podcast. Me, resident supervillain, Mr. Jay Washington. That's DC. Yep. I said and just got it out the way. Cause shit is just wild. Wow.
Why don't you care about my coffee spill, man? I was disappointed in it. I'm so sad.
It's
my
really
coffee
bad.
all over the floor, and you just want to side for okay. Let's just start the show. All right, cool.
I mean, you know,
I'm sad, man. Look, you lose coffee, dog. I guess
I will admit,
I
yes.
just woke up.
I'm going to I'm trying to debate if I'm gonna buy a coffee pot because I don't have enough room in my apartment. For those who don't know, I got a studio, and it's a big studio, but it's not super big. My kitchen ain't that big, so it's like, what do I get rid of to put a coffee pot in? My microwave.
Honestly, dog, you can get a small little Keurig that'll fit.
That's what I might, but
dude, I love my Keurig.
Also, I want a Keurig, but also I want to be able to pay rent. And I say that because BC has a job, ladies and gentlemen. BC has a real job. I have a job as far as entertaining you all. And if you all don't show love from the heart, then a nigga broke. So anyway, this is how bad it is. First of all, how are you? How's everything going? You spilled your coffee.
I spilled my coffee, but I'm getting over it because I now have you. So I'm happy now, Jay. I'm here talking with you. So that's a good thing. All right. So we're a little more awake.
Okay.
But had a hectic weekend, but I had to tell you about my social anxiety, man.
Tell me about it.
I drove to Arkansas for a wedding with a couple of friends of mine this weekend, right? And we had a little after party at a bar that would probably fit in my room. So they had a capacity in this bar. They weren't, once they let people in, no one else coming in. But they had a big patio and they had a little, window outside you can order from. So when we finally start getting into the place, I'm like, oh no, there's way too many people in too small of a confined area, and I don't drink anymore. So this is just not going to work for me. I can't be around all these people. So I go stand outside, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Now tell me why I can't go inside with the people I know, but I can randomly make friends with two random people outside and watch the UFC on their phone all night long. Like, how is that an acceptable social anxiety? I can't go hang out with the people I know, but I just randomly make friends with two random people to watch UFC all night on their phone.
I mean, I don't know if it's just weird.
Yeah, right?
It's weird. You were able to be around people. So, if that counts for anything.
Yeah, that helps. I'm just like, this. It's just really, I can't go hang out with them. I can't walk inside to hang out with my friends because I start freaking out. But okay, I'll just make two random friends.
Hey, I don't know what more to say, bro.
Facts.
But you got through it.
Yeah, it was good. It was fun. It was a fun wedding. It was a fun weekend. Had a good time aside from being in Arkansas, which is scary. If we have fans in Arkansas, I apologize that y'all live there. It is frightening.
Go ahead.
That's what I got. That is just it is people are scary and redneckish and scary. We saw this one lady. We was at a gas station. She's walking in. She walks in, walks right back out, flicks her cigarette on the ground, walks in, says something to the lady behind the counter, walks back out, picks her cigarette back up, keeps smoking.
Wow. I don't, you know what? Look, I've I've tried to keep myself out of situations and places where I know that I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I'll probably die here. But then again, I'm a stand-up comic, and so that'll take me to a lot of those places repeatedly. So yeah, that shit is what it is. But that's it for you, man.
That's about it, man. It was a nice chill weekend, just a wedding, hanging out.
How long was the drive to Arkansas?
So we left at about 6:15 in the morning, and we got there by noon.
Okay.
So it wasn't too bad. It was the drive home was pretty easy. So there wasn't any traffic. It was just a nice, smooth drive. It wasn't bad. Aside from the fact that I was in my buddy's Honda, and I'm in the back seat, and I'm 6'3". So
how did you get put in the back seat?
Oh, because his wife was in the front seat, and I was like, I want to sleep. So yeah, I'll be fine. Man, I'll tell you what, it's not easy to. I found a way to do it, but it's not easy to sleep.
I had to catch myself because I almost said some reckless shit. I almost said something really reckless, and then people were like, "Yo, you just rude, Jay." And I was like, gonna be like, then followed up with, "Y'all know me. Yes, sometimes I'm rude, but also I say it with good intentions. If I'm 6'3", which I'm not, but my shoulders are 6'3". So you see how wide these shoulders are, because these are good shoulders. And your wife want to sit in the front, ma'am, if you don't take your tiny ass in the motherfucking back, please, like, just really, politely. And like, bro, you can't have my wife
just like that.
And if he be like, bro, you can't have my wife sit in the back, I'll be like, all right, bro. So I'm gonna treat this like this 1992, and this is a kid and play movie. Kick your bitch to the curb and let me ride the equipment. I'm sorry, I don't know why I did house party. Bitch, who you called a bitch? I ain't no bitch.
Did that new house party already come out?
No, it's coming out next year on It's coming out in theaters now.
Oh, really? Dope. Okay, because that ended up looking a lot better than I thought it would.
Shouts out to my homeboy Chinadu Anaka, who's in the movie. So yeah, I'm definitely excited for that for him. As far as me, man, it's been just a very Jay Washington week.
I get that.
It's been very busy. I had a Thursday was probably the busiest day for me, but then it all went crazy because Wednesday I was like booked to do so much shit for Thursday, and then Thursday shit just started falling apart at the last second. And I say that because like I was supposed to do something for network on Thursday afternoon, but then I was like, well, they were like, well, the person who the creator of the product was going to do the drop themselves. I was like, that's fine. Then I was supposed to meet up with some homies to record this new show that we were going to do on Thursday night. Then one of my boys, he was like, oh shit, I forgot. I put the wrong time down. And I spent most of the day going, nigga, how? We were all together in person, face to face, energy's there, all phones out at the same time, looking at each other, putting shit in the calendar. How did you put the wrong? And then I had a big callback audition for something I'm not at liberty to fully discuss yet, but it was kind of dope. Also, the fact that it was a paid callback, which meant it was real because it was gonna take some time. So fingers crossed if this comes to fruition. I try to do this thing now where whether it's a regular audition or a callback, whatever, as soon as I'm done with it, I'm done with it.
Yeah.
I don't.
You don't think about it.
I don't think about it because it'll drive me fucking insane. And so I try not to do that. But that happened. But I've been a lot of shows, a lot of different stand-up shows, of course, just staying busy. Had a lot of emotional stuff with my heart go on, and it's like, for those who don't know, I've been relatively single for 7 going on 8 years. And I finally put my heart on my sleeve for some shit, and it's kicking your boy in the ass. And so I hate this feeling.
Yeah.
And I think because I'm also stressed out, I strained myself at the gym because I decided I'm trying to do 300-pound shoulder presses.
Oh, what are you doing? Why?
300, well, 300 on each side. Yeah, not 300 total. It's one of the machines. It's the machines with the individual.
Okay,
but
I'm not so angry at it. I was about to say, are you done? Like you're gonna hurt yourself.
Well, I've already done 250 on each side. So if I can
so
if I can pick up 300 pounds off of the thing with one arm, that's 300 here, and that's a total of 600.
Yeah.
So that's the goal. But that's how I release a lot of stress. You look terrified.
That's power, bro. That's like power lifter shit. Like
this is that Jay don't get no pussy like that regularly. So he releases that energy in the weights. Like he gets pussy, but he don't get it that regularly enough, so he can just build it all up. And instead of exploding on somebody, that sounds real pause. Instead of blowing up at people, I can but I've been in the gyms a lot with that. Also, I was telling, I don't know if you saw the picture I posted the other day in the gym. I'm letting y'all know.
It better not be the dad bod picture. And I was like, you don't have no dad bod.
Yeah, it's the dad bod pic.
Motherfucker.
Dad bod pic. Where I was
dad
like,
my ass.
First of all, my elbow pads are too small now. My elbow sleeves are too small for my arm. I was like, and these are extra larges.
Yeah.
But the reason I posted that, I like to implore people, if you've not really stepped up your game to have at least 1 to 2 gallons of water per day, do it. Because between that and my treadmill running, that doesn't look like a gallon at all. But whatever.
It's not, but it just reminded me I was thirsty.
Mm-hmm.
It's also Kool-Aid. What are you laughing at?
Because the both of us started drinking at the exact same time is why I got quiet. It's really why I got quiet. But no, I tell people I've been doing like a gallon to 2 gallons of water a day plus the cardio I do, and it's really helped me cut weight. Yeah, because you burn weight off quick. So, but that's really all of that, man. Also, like I said, I started a new show yesterday with the homie Moses Prim from Prim Says Cinema and my boy Chris Burns from the Store Horseman podcast and over there on Strong Style with Roka. So we have a new show together called the Black Boy Content Club. So the Black Boy Content Club. Mm-hmm. So it's the BBC. Yep, we did that on purpose. So that'll be going up on the Petty Cash Studios podcast network as well as on Prim Hood Cinema's YouTube channel. So with that, I would say please check that out. I'll give you all information about that. Tell you about again January 11th. Also, we will discuss if this is our last show for the year. Okay, we'll talk about that before the end of this show on this show because I feel like fuck it, we'll do it live. Also, I've been re-listening to episode 13 again, and all I keep listening to one part is going, "Have I killed you before?"
That shit was hilarious. Yeah. Dude.
I'm gonna take my talents to Dairy Queen. They need me.
Oh, that shit was good. You know what's funny though is I expected. I was like, okay, after last week, I was like, that's probably the end of the news for the year.
Yeah, I thought so too.
About that.
Let me tell you something. Shit changed quickly. So we do got a lot of news to talk about. So for those who are new to the show, what I do is I get you caught up on all the things happening in the Marvel and DC live action cinematic universes, barbershop talk for nerds. One other big thing I forgot to mention that happened that was so dope. This past Friday, I went to the New Rockstars holiday party, and that was fun because I finally got to meet MT in person. I was like, he's real. Like he had been in town for the week, and I've been doing other stuff with the crew. But like we hung out and talked, and it was just so nice to be there. And like I said in my post I put up, it's nice to felt included and part of the family. This year's been very rough and rocky, and was a lot of changes and things like that have happened, good and bad. And so to that crew just to show a lot of love. Now, I granted, my nigga, before we get into the show, bro, I had strawberry goat cheese. That shit is incredible. Bro,
that story took so many twists and turns. I didn't know where we was going before we got to the show, but motherfucker had some strawberry goat cheese. Like, bro, you got to make sure you get out of here and get your strawberry goat cheese.
I'm going to tell you something. This is how I found out. It was at the table with all the spread and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's normal shit bags. It was there. Cool. It wasn't until another black dude was like, hey, my nigga. Right. When he hit me with my nigga, you ain't gonna believe this. you need to try the strawberry goat cheese. And I was like, I think that's the first time in history one black man has ever said to another black man, my nigga, you need to try the strawberry goat cheese.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think that's ever been uttered before.
A white dude even came up was like, I don't think that's ever been uttered by a white man. And I was like, wow, we just made history. And so
they will tell stories of this day.
Of this day. the day in which we first
tried the strawberry goat cheese, changed the culture forever.
My dude, this strawberry goat cheese had all the beautiful flavor. It was bountiful. It was just, oh my God. It was so great within my spirit. And I was like, I need more of this. So now I am currently, as we are doing this show, Googling where the fuck to find strawberry goat cheese. Because after I get done recording, I'm either hitting Trader Joe's or Whole Foods. And you bitches got strawberry goat. Oh, I just found it. Jesus. Oh my God. There we go. There we go. They got a strawberry vanilla goat cheese. Oh, sorry. I just started rubbing my...
Y'all can't see, but he's rubbing his nipple. He in a good mood now.
Oh my God. Strawberry goat cheese, bruschetta. Sweet goat cheese, strawberry goat cheese salad. Hey, we were supposed to be talking about something else. What we?
I know, but I'm just, I ain't gonna lie to you. You are in love with some strawberry goat cheese. Like that's what's up right there.
Bro, I didn't expect it to come. Listen to me. There's things in life that you don't expect to come to you, right? And sometimes the Lord bestows blessings upon you that you would never expect. And to have him send a messenger in the form of another black man, and in the midst of this struggle and this trying time we have in this world, to come to me as a black man at a holiday party and say, my brother in the struggle, I understand your qualm of trying to find something to dine on with this delectable spread. But what you have before you, you must look down and partake upon. And I said, my brother, what dost thou wish that I partake upon? He said, my brother, partaketh upon the goat cheese of strawberry. I said, the goat cheese of strawberry? He said, the strawberry goat cheese. I said, the goat cheese of strawberry. He said, it is the same damn thing. And I took it, the cracker, and I taketh the spoon, the knife spoon, spatula thing, and I put it on the cracker, and I ate the cheese in the cracker. And my God, let me tell you how black Jesus works. He said, my flavor shall be upon you, my son. It was in 1 Corinthians, like, I don't know, 90.
And in other words, what he said was,
get your ass this goat cheese. So strawberry goat cheese.
That's on the list now. Gotcha.
Blueberry vanilla goat cheese. Hold on. Who the fuck calling my phone? Hold on. Okay. So like I was saying, I will be getting strawberry goat cheese.
Yeah, I gotta get some strawberry goat cheese.
All right. So let's get into the actual movie. Because no, I saw the call that came in my phone for y'all to know what little break we took. And I've been seeing this number call me. And I'll be like, who in the fuck is this? Because it's from 773 number, which is the crib, which is Chicago.
Yeah.
So I was like, is it somebody from the crib I need to talk to? Because it kept calling my phone. So I was like, all right.
And then they got to say a banned word.
Man, don't use the governmentals. All right, listen. Let's kick it off with Marvel news. So the Golden Globe nominations came out today as we're recording this. And up first, it was talked about since this movie's been out. First of all, Black Panther Wakanda Forever is still making money at the box office. It is at like 770 million globally as of right now. Now, it only made about 12 million this weekend. It's not going to make that much more in the box office. We know it's not going to do the 13-week run. Okay, cool. But also, Avatar drops this weekend, and that's going to be number one regardless. It's just not saying it's going to make all the money. It's going to be number one regardless. But with me bringing up Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Angela Bassett has been nominated for Best Supporting Actress for her role as Queen Ramonda in this movie, which, God damn it, she should.
Is that the only nomination it got? Or have they not all come out yet?
The whole thing came out, but I
Okay.
didn't care about the whole thing. I just
Okay.
saw because we talk about Marvel and DC.
Yeah.
and I don't
No, but
give
I was just wondering if they had released anyone else, may have got a supporting actress or.
How much longer I can?
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. But because I was hell bent that Angela Bassett was going to get a nom, and so was Letitia Wright.
I don't think they were gonna give it to Letitia.
You know.
Mm-mm. No matter how good she did and how much she conveyed
Yeah.
great performance, I don't think she'd get it
Yeah.
because people want to try to dismiss it. I think
Yeah.
Angela Bassett was a little,
because it's Angela Bassett.
yeah, and she deserves it. The
Yes.
scene again.
That's not to say she didn't deserve, but because of who she is, also they're gonna be like, okay, yeah, we're definitely gonna throw this out there because we can hide that it's a comic book movie behind Angela Bassett.
Well, bro, again, Avatar is nominated for Best Picture, and like a lot of people are like, how was Avatar nominated? But the problem people forget is the Golden Globes are the awards presented by the Hollywood Foreign Press. Why does my beard look thicker on one side than the other? I look like I'm a half French model on this side.
Because you don't have a good barber, it looks like.
It's me, nigga. My own barber's me. Anyway.
Okay, well, that makes sense then. Did you go to barber school, Jay? Did you learn to cut hair? That's why you got to go down to the barber.
So Tim's, Rihanna, Ryan Coogler, and Louis Gordon got their nomination for "Lift Me Up," Best Original Song.
Okay.
And that's about it as far as the Black Panther nods.
Okay.
But James Cameron and Avatar Way of Water got nominated. Now people are like, how? Like I was saying, the Hollywood Foreign Press is the ones who vote on the Golden Globes.
Yeah.
Press have seen it already.
Mm-hmm.
I could have went and saw it the early screening. I got a screening today, which I'm probably not going to do. Why? Because I am not interested in Avatar at all.
Thank you.
I
thought I was the only person on the planet that don't give a shit about the remakes of Ferngully's sequel.
I don't give a fuck about a movie that's 13 years later because I had to wait on him to get the technology for 3 and 4 to give me 2. Yeah. To me, that makes no sense. Right? But also, from what I've been hearing, it's just okay. It's like
it's pretty. All it is pretty again.
It's just pretty.
Oh, this is so good. Look how pretty.
Huh?
This is so good. Look how pretty. No,
yeah,
good and pretty don't go hand in hand.
It's a 3. Right. Can you hear me? Because I look frozen on my screen.
Yeah, you just froze up a little bit there, and it cut out.
Okay.
There you go. Now you're back.
All right. This is gonna be. Hold on. Let me close some shit because this way, we got to do this live, y'all. Because if not, this is just gonna make me. I'm telling you, if my brain don't get into it in the next 10 minutes while we doing this live, this episode won't exist.
Forget about it. Yeah.
No. So I don't care. When I say 3 hours, I know a lot of people go, well, Jay, you watch all these Marvel or DC movies that are 3+ hours. Yeah, but those are movies that are of interest to me.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, yes, there are people who are interested in a long Avatar movie. That is not I'm not going to argue. We're not here to argue or debate that at all. We're not here to debate that. But the fact remains that everybody I've seen reviews said, listen, if you like the original, if you love the original, you're going to love this one, which is fair. But this isn't going to bring in any brand new fans.
No.
And so,
which is fine because the fans they have make enough money for them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So
the fact that this movie got to keep fucking coming out nonstop
makes me, every time a movie beats in the box office, they put it back out. Like, oh, no, you didn't. See, we got more money.
And also, this movie. So
how is that fair?
Yeah, I mean, it's box office shit. But let's move on because I don't want to spend all this time talking about.
Well, hold on. I don't want to talk about Angela Bassett getting the nomination. I do have one question because aren't we getting away from the Golden Globes? Didn't we have some issues with them?
Yeah, but they supposedly fixed their shit and did. They supposedly put new members on their board that were more black and diverse and just more black, brown, and different other races and creeds instead of just white men.
Okay.
and women. And so that was the number one thing they did. But it's supposed to, their diversity had always been a big issue.
Yeah.
And because they were always being given shit, these trips and everything to these screenings. And so you go a trip to see, when shit films in London, you had a free trip to London, but to make sure you put this studio up high in the rank, this movie high in the ranks. So when people, excuse me, so when people be calling people like myself and others a Marvel shield or a Disney shield, somebody said we're only doing this because we're getting paid. Those are the people that were the shields.
Yeah.
Those are the real shields.
Foreign
Press.
Yeah.
Was the real shields. Those are the real ones that were getting paid to say this movie is great. And it may not be a Disney or Marvel movie.
It could be anything. Yeah.
It could be anything.
So do you think this pretty much locks down an Oscar nom for Angela? Miss Bassett?
It depends on what the SAG Awards do. And that's because that's us. And myself, I say that myself included because I'm a member of SAG. That's what we do.
See, I think she definitely deserves the Oscar nom, and I think she's gonna get it.
I think she'll get the nomination. I would like to see her get it.
I would love to see her get it. I don't know, honestly, and because I think as of right now, from what I've seen this year, I'm like, yeah, I think she should get it.
Because you know why? Here's why. It's literally what you just said. It's because of what you've seen this year.
Mm-hmm.
And the majority of movies that are going to get in the front runner for Best Picture, Best Actor, Actress, et cetera, are going to be those smaller movies that had a very minimal theatrical release. They had a release long enough to qualify.
Yeah.
That's it.
Which is bullshit, but whatever.
So like Tar is probably going to be it. Like the Best Actress more than likely is going to be Cate Blanchett, the way everybody keeps talking about this fucking movie.
Okay.
So, I mean, again, I would like to see her get the nomination for the Oscar. I would like to see her win the Oscar. It is about time she wins the Oscar. I do not want to see her and Samuel L. Jackson as well be relegated to honorary Oscars.
Yeah.
They have their bodies of work, and when she didn't win for What's Love Got to Do with It, that spoke volumes.
Yeah.
Now, granted, has she had a role for cinema-wise that may have reached the caliber of being nominated? I mean, she's done so much. Look, I'm not going to say it was shit in Green Lantern. I'm not going to even say it was in Mission Impossible Fallout. But the performance...
There's been something maybe, yeah.
But the performance she gave in Wakanda Forever, you know, look, you can say what you want to say. You cannot deny what Angela Bassett did in that movie.
Facts.
Speaking of Marvel Studios, now last week we talked about how Marvel is going to pull back and go over quality as opposed to quantity. Marvel was in a bag, right? They were like, yo, we finna throw everything out there. Now, granted, a lot of shit didn't hit. It is fair. A lot of shit didn't hit with everybody. A lot of things did. So there's been rumors that a lot of what the slate is for 2023, 2024 is going to change up. Mm-hmm. A lot of things may be removed. Some things may. So this is what I think is going to happen. They said Wonder Man is still safe, right? And it's expected to be a 6-episode series. But that's because it's Yahya Abdul-Mateen II.
Facts.
I have no problem with Yahya. Yahya is an incredible actor. To be a part of the MCU is great. If I would rather them combine Vision Quest and Wonder Man. I know this is going to be Vision Quest is going to be White Vision trying to figure out who the fuck he is, understanding who he is, filling in the missing pieces of himself. But the story of Simon Williams and however they choose to do it, I think you can feed them into one another. Or just make one of the two of them a special presentation. I think Marvel has learned.
I think Vision Quest has the potential for a special presentation.
Okay,
I don't know if I need to see a whole series on Vision. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm good. Yeah.
I think you're on the right track there. I think Vision Quest would be a great special presentation. Honestly, they both might be. Wonder Man. I don't want this one season series. If you're going to do a one season, just do a special presentation.
Well, it's always You don't have to. Okay, when you say the one season series, I'm trying to make sure I word this correctly.
Yeah.
Because everything doesn't have to be a Loki where it lends itself to a season 2. There are other series, Moon Knight lends itself to a season 2. Some things can be one-off series to introduce you to characters to move a story forward, right?
I guess I just don't see why we need to make me wait week to week if you're not going to do it multiple seasons. You know, just give us the special. You could do it in space because I feel like you're putting a lot of extra filler in there too. If you're doing
Of course,
you know, when you could just because these special presentations have so far been really good. I loved Guardians. I loved Werewolf by Night. I love this idea of us being able to tell a full story in just the 1 hour. You know, I think it works really well.
right? It does. It absolutely does. By the way, I'm multitasking, so please forgive me.
Yeah.
It absolutely does. They work perfectly, but it also depends too on what are you doing with those characters, because a lot of characters are probably not gonna go further than where they are. I don't know if She-Hulk pops up in New World Order.
Oh no.
Why wouldn't she though? Why wouldn't she with the leader? Why wouldn't Jen and Bruce appear in that movie?
That's true. I don't know.
That's the only reason.
I guess it depends on what they actually have the leader doing in New World Order. Maybe he's moved on from Hulk and he's looking for a Captain America serum.
But we just did that.
That's true.
We just did that. That was the whole Falcon and Winter Soldier series.
We just did the Hulk Blood series too with She-Hulk. So maybe it's something completely different.
But it's always been more interesting because here's the thing. Yes, we did do it with She-Hulk. I was hoping that Intelligentsia was going to lead to the leader.
Yeah.
Because it would have served itself perfectly if he was the overall dude going as to be, you know what I'm saying? Yes. Because it's like, oh, they want the blood. Who wants the blood of the Hulk more than anybody else? The leader. You get what I'm saying? So like that plays into itself. But again, I think this is going to be real telling. I think we're going to cut. I don't think the movies are going to stop. I think the amount of movies we're getting are still going to stay. I think it comes to the amount of Disney Plus shows. Yeah. And again, the question of, is it a season, limited series, or special presentation? Nova, special presentation.
Yeah.
Silver Surfer, special presentation. Right?
Yeah.
There's probably a few others. Again, Wonder Man is because it's Yaya. I don't know. And again, it's hard to say because you think you hear certain names, you're like, oh, that's gonna be a series. So
now you just don't know. Now it could be they could really tell the story any way they want. They have so many different mediums and ways to do it now with their special presentations, limited series, full series, movies. It's really an interesting time to watch this kind of build and change in real time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we're seeing them figure this out as they continue to change how we get our stories.
Right. But
it's really an interesting fucking time.
But it only works because of what they've done.
Mm-hmm.
It only works because of what the Marvel Studios has done.
Exactly.
If Marvel Studios doesn't give you the Infinity Saga in its glory and it works the way it does, we don't get to say Marvel doesn't get to play in their bag, as I keep saying.
So on this trip this weekend, we were talking about stuff on the car, and my buddies who are they're average Marvel fans. They're fans. They watch the movies. They loved all of Infinity Saga, but they're like, they even said, after Endgame, I think most of us average fans are kind of falling off. We're like, oh, Stark's dead. I think I'm good. I don't need to see Eternals. I don't need to see these, that, and they literally told me that. And I'm like, that makes sense of why this season or this phase has been a little more underappreciated, because it's really just the hardcore fans that are going out watching. And we are much more critical of what is going on in it than the average fan. You know what I'm
Here's the
saying?
thing, but yes, I do. But here's the problem with that statement. Okay, if you at some point everybody had to become anybody that's a hardcore fan of the MCU had to become a hardcore fan at some point.
Yes.
Now that doesn't mean you necessarily were hardcore from Iron Man 1.
Mhm.
That doesn't mean you were hardcore from Thor, The Dark World, or Captain America. Because again, when you hear those minus Thor,
Mhm.
when you hear Captain America, Iron Man, Black Widow, you're not thinking top tier Marvel characters
No.
at first.
No.
At first, right? So now when you start introducing again, Ant-Man, the fuck you mean Ant-Man? The fuck I'm watching Ant-Man for?
Hold on,
The
I got a talking tree, a talking raccoon, and a walking tree. What?
Right. The Guardians of the Galaxy. I gotta watch a wizard nigga, a nigga with bad fingers that look like he throwing up gang signs because he couldn't get his shit together. I gotta watch a dude who can do magic but can't magically fix his fingers. No one explains this. Out of all the shit Stephen Strange can do, this motherfucker's fingers still look like question marks, but he can't make his fingers go straight. I see you up there clicking your knuckles like, yeah, okay. But that's the thing. So people came in. There are people who didn't like the first Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
There are people who didn't like that movie. So there are going to be people who come into different places. So the quote unquote diehards are going to fall off. But that is also the reason you start bringing in new characters to bring in new fans. Which is why you get a Miss Marvel, because for several reasons. In the game, for people who are fans of the Avengers game, Kamala Khan is a big part of it. But also, you made an MCU Scott Pilgrim versus the World. You gave us a Nickelodeon MCU show.
That was so good. That was so good. That was such a good analogy there. That was so good, bro.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you do all those things. You bring a whole new batch of people in. She-Hulk went a whole nother level because, again, She-Hulk, we can talk CGI for what it is all day, every day. Right? But people had to remember, they said this is a sitcom.
Yeah. I love that they swung for the fences with everything. They took chances in phase 4. And I'm here for it. I appreciate the attempt. The beauty is in the attempt. And I appreciate it. So I'm all on board with whatever they want to do. I honestly, like I said, I would prefer more special presentations rather than limited series.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever they're gonna do, I'm on board. Whether it's slow it down and get more quality, or I believe
that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, and I believe in Marvel. That's all I can say. Is whatever they want.
Let's do this, and then we'll shift over because I don't give a fuck. I really don't care too much about these other stories because we can probably get these, but whatever. But so you have a Moon Knight. You have a Werewolf by Night. You don't know the long plans of those. The only thing for me that Moon Knight fit into the whole equation is because we're doing gods, right? All this is about the gods. Thor, Love, and Thunder, the gods. Eternals, the gods. Moon Knight, the gods. Now, but it also lends itself to the Midnight Suns, potentially. Now, you get Werewolf by Night. The only thing it lends itself to potentially is the Midnight Suns. So everything, when I tell people it doesn't have to fit the larger MCU all the time, I understand how some people feel.
Yeah.
It's different ways. All right. Let's do
I was about to say, I think DC's the of course I didn't actually read the Fantastic Four news because you put
it's just that Peyton Reed has looked at the script. He said it's dope.
It's good news. Okay.
That's it. He just said it's dope. And I actually wrote the same. I put the fucking same thing in. I put the same article in twice. That's what I was like. That's why I didn't read it. So okay.
And I don't. All right, cool.
Supposedly Lady Gaga is voicing Lila in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and it's a big deal because she's Harley Quinn in the Joker movie.
You know why else it's a big deal? Because it's Bradley Cooper and
Lady Gaga again from A Star Is Born.
I would actually.
If these
love that.
motherfuckers don't sing in the shallow, I want to hear shallow in space, nigga.
Yes. Oh my God! What if that's on the Volume 3 mix?
James Gunn would be my mother. Listen, if all right, let's go on here. I don't know if y'all know this, but during
we get too ratty on it.
we go ahead and we sometimes also tweet out during the show while we doing the show. Am I frozen? Did you hear me everything I said?
No, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Okay, because my face froze. All I saw was me cheesing like, hey, okay, we said, hey, James Gunn. So, as you know, it's rumored that Lady Gaga is gonna voice Lila in Guardians 3. Since that means that Rocket. I'm sitting saying it phonetically like I'm stupid.
I know.
Rocket and Lila are Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. That does that mean is gonna voice Lila Gar? So okay. Since that means that let me see, make that a capital S.
Is this how you do all your tweets?
Yes. Are
Jesus.
they gonna do? Are they gonna do Shallow in space? In the shallows. So as you know, it's rumored that Lady Gaga is going to voice Lila in Guardians 3. Since that means that Rocket and Lila are Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga, are they going to do Shallow in space? Please say they are. Please, God. Please say they will.
Oh shit!
I don't know. Please say they are.
That'd be fun. That'd be funny as hell.
I was supposed to go. I actually want to see Rocket fuck. I'm telling you. What?
What in the bestiality?
It ain't. I didn't say I want to see Rocket fuck a human. I said I want to see Rocket and Lila fuck. I want them to play Shallow and he'd be, and then I'm Groot. Like Groot be watching, like fuckboy Groot be watching.
Fuckboy. I love it so much. Oh shit! Yeah, I'd be all in.
All right, let's get back on track. That's all we're gonna talk about for Marvel. All right, let's move on to DC news, which is now DC Studios, which is running everything amok because they're fucking world.
Amok.
Okay, I have got to. Okay. So we do have a fucking. Oh, I got a voicemail. I didn't see I had a voicemail. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the. Hold on, I'm gonna put this in the fucking show. I didn't know the I'm doing so much and my brain is screwed right now. I ain't had coffee.
I'm watching a thing. It's
We're doing it live. This is what happens, y'all. You know it. This show was done. So, speaking of James Gunn, it came out last week that Wonder Woman 3 is no longer gonna happen. Okay. So basically, I feel as if James Gunn and Peter Safran have hit Control-Alt-Delete on the DCEU.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they say the reason that Wonder Woman 3 is not happening is that Patty Jenkins brought in a treatment for the movie, and they were like, "Nah, we good. You go ahead and you be blessed, okay? We don't need this." What are your thoughts about them not moving forward with Wonder Woman 3?
So I've heard a bunch of different reports, whether it's they just didn't like that treatment and they want to keep it. But I've also heard they are turning in their plan for the DCU this week. Whether that means we're going to find out about it, I highly doubt. But there will be some speculation going around there. There's, I was doing a video that I ended up not putting out because it got just technicalities and bullshit. But,
you was
there's
fucking in it, wasn't you?
You know what? Things happen.
You on camera like in the shadows. Go ahead.
There's three options here. So they either are going to completely reboot, start all over. We lose everybody except for Jason Momoa, who goes on to play Lobo. But that means we also lose Peacemaker, which is James Gunn.
Why would we lose Peacemaker?
Because if we reboot all over, start all over again.
What if we just? I don't think we rebooted from the beginning though.
That's my thing. Look. Option one, they're rebooting everything. Option two, they're going to cherry pick some things to keep. Because if you think about the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker, and maybe even Blue Beetle, they don't have a lot of connection to the overarching MCU or DCU, other than Jason Momoa and Ezra Miller showing up in the end of Peacemaker, which causes a little bit of a conflict, but is what it is. Or option C, they just kind of start writing the track and go forward. I am leaning toward, I was leaning toward them cherry picking, but I think they are just we're going to get a season 2 of Peacemaker and that's going to be it. And then we're going to start over everything. That's where I'm thinking they're going, which kind of sucks because I don't want baby Batman again. I want Batman in his fucking prime.
Okay. You done? I'm waiting till you're done.
I'm done.
I think they cherry pick.
Yeah.
And I think they cherry pick off what Gunn has done. And yeah, you can say the end of Peacemaker brings in Momoa and fucking Miller, but that doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
We can act like those characters came and went.
Yeah.
I think this is Jason Momoa's last go round as Aquaman. I think for sure. I think he wants to play Lobo. I think it would be too much confusion if he does.
Unless they completely restart everything.
Bro, Arthur Curry was similar to Lobo. Minus being a fucking bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Think about how he was in that bar.
Yeah, exactly. That was him.
That was Lobo. So it's like you already kind of gave him that feel. We know Ezra Miller's done. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Motherfucker's done. Now, he tweeted out, James Gunn tweeted out that Superman was a priority. Because everybody keep being like, well, why'd you bring back Cavill, blah, blah, blah. I think he's not going to focus on the Trinity. I think he's going to make a story, but not be the Trinity focused. I think he may bring back Cavill for one movie. Cavill's not getting all this run. There's not this long run. I think they have a plan that we have to let them go with. I think that's the biggest thing more than anything. More than anything, you say, I say, any of us.
Exactly.
As fans, whatever they plan, let them do it. Just like we let Kevin Feige do what Kevin Feige did. There have been numerous Marvel movies beforehand. There are a whole Fox set of X-Men movies, but we've let Kevin Feige do what Kevin Feige does. Let's keep that same energy across the fucking board.
When did he take over? It was November 1st, right?
Yeah.
I got a question. I started thinking about this. Do you think The Rock was trying to position himself to take over DC?
Yes. Yes.
Do you think he was trying to get $7 Studios to be the new DC universe, and that's why he was pushing so hard for everything?
He was trying to make the world revolve around him.
So, if they decide,
hold on real quick, let me say this one statement real fast. I said it on the show to BC. I have said it to everyone I've talked to, and I will continually say it. Yes, you can revolve a universe around Dwayne Johnson.
Not Black Adam.
Not Black Adam.
Yeah.
That's all I want to say.
And I thought it'd be funny if James Gunn, if the first set of news that came out was true, where they were not doing any more Black Adam, no more Superman. Henry Cavill Superman is out again. You know, I started thinking, what if they both said $7 Studios decide, okay, we're gonna go to Marvel. I don't know who The Rock would be, but bro, could you imagine Henry Cavill as a 90s X-Men Cyclops?
Cassie Cavill is yes.
Would that not be in the blue with the yellow? That would be perfect. And that would be Cyclops, leader of the fucking X-Men.
Yeah. Yeah, he would be that Cyclops, like you said, from X-Men 97.
Mm-hmm.
He would be that for X-Men 97.
But if they do want to,
but also there are people who are listening. But there are also people who are listening, and I will acknowledge you without even knowing you've said this, who are like, why do we have to just move them from one universe to the next? I agree. Mm-hmm. There is a litany of actors that are prominent actors now that are up and coming, that are making the waves, that can potentially fill those roles. It depends on what type of Cyclops we want. True. If we want an X-Men 97 type Cyclops, I give it to Cavill. Mm-hmm. I don't know too many other actors that would give me that vibe, that look, that feel. Mm-hmm. I would have to do some research and thinking. It would not be an off the top the dome thing. Yeah. So let's just make sure I clarify that.
Yeah, and again, this is all hypothetical bullshit talking. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be Cyclops. But, my God, he'd make a good one.
I mean, he would. He definitely would. But again, what would Dwayne...
Like you said, what would Dwayne... I sat there trying to think, and I was like, I got no fucking clue. No idea.
Because here's the thing. We've spent almost 15 years hearing this nigga be Black Adam.
Yeah.
We have never been allowed to even think of him as anybody else. There's not been a moment you could breathe and say, maybe you put him in a bad wig and he'd be Nathaniel Essex. Ain't been a moment.
Yeah. I don't know. I like you said, though, whatever James Gunn decides to do, I'm on board for the ride. I'm already in line. Let's take this ride. Let's see where we go. Whatever your choice is, I'm going to rock with it. I do not want to lose John Cena's Peacemaker. That's the one thing I don't.
I don't want to lose Zachary Levi as Shazam.
Yeah.
I don't, because let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, brother. Beside racism and not liking black people, there was one thing I did.
God damn.
I train, say my prayers, eat my vitamins, avoid the colors. That's how Hulkamania. That's how Hulkamania runs wild. It runs away from you. Like, I remember when we all first heard Zachary Levi was going to be Shazam, we were like, what? How big? He's got to get big to be Shazam, right?
Pad the suit. We'll be fine.
But then we saw him in the suit and we were like, wait, there's a whole bunch of open ass space. And they were like, no, that's the joke. And I was like, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. But then I saw the movie and I was like, fuck, he is Shazam for real.
My only issue with the Shazam movies is I feel like Zachary Levi playing Angel Asher is
they are two different. They are completely two different people.
He is a completely different person.
But that's supposed to be the thing too. But also it's weird because yes, Shazam's a child, but Asher Angel doesn't play Billy Batson as a
child at all.
Jack Dylan Grazer, who plays Freddie Freeman, plays him more as a kid.
Yes. That's been my only issue with Shazam, is I'm like, he feels like two different people.
I'm like, it is two different, like, I get it. It's like, and people are like, no, that's the thing, it's supposed to be two different people. I'm like, he all of a sudden becomes childlike when he gets the powers.
Yeah. Because he's not cracking jokes and being a child when he is a child. He's serious and kind of adult-like.
Right. You know, so those are...
And I guess, Wonder Woman's just not going in that direction that James
also, Here's the problem, and I need people to understand this and stop being mad. Look at the track record of Wonder Woman movies, okay? Let's just be honest with ourselves. Wonder Woman 1 is okay for the first 2 acts. It gets to Act 3,
Okay.
the shit goes terrible, okay?
I think Wonder Woman is incredible. I love the first Wonder Woman, and I know it is a cliche superhero ending, but I was on board. I was like, whatever. I love this movie still. But
the
84.
third act takes away from what that first 2 acts of that movie are. Watch Wonder Woman again, bro.
I watch it all the time. I love Wonder Woman.
You tell me you like the third act in
No,
that movie.
I can tell you that the third act in Wonder Woman is definitely subpar compared to the rest.
Because it's Zack fucking Snyder.
It is a cliche superhero ending.
Right. For what wasn't a cliche superhero movie.
Exactly. I'll give it that. But I don't think the ending is so bad that I forget about how much I love the rest of it.
I'm not saying no. I agree with you on that. I don't give it that. I just always say this movie, I always have said this would have been a perfect movie.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been a perfect movie until that third act, the way it went.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder Woman 84 is just trash because nothing makes sense.
No.
Nothing. Right? You're not gonna tell me she wishes for Steve Trevor to be alive, and instead of just having the nigga appear, he got to
take over somebody's body.
And then this bitch is like, yeah, fuck the dude who you took away. You stay here. I'm going to keep fucking you, even though I see you. The world see dude. I'm going to fuck you. Dude not going to know. Also, I'm going to have you and dude body fuck up the Secret Service in the White House on camera. On camera. Then, when it's all said and done, this nigga gets to live a regular life, come outside, and I get to look at him like, yeah, I fucked you. You don't know it. What?
That's the worst thing, is that guy now has no memory that he was hollering at Gal Gadot.
He was fucking Wonder Woman.
And he has no memory of it.
Bro.
He got to do it and doesn't get the benefit of the memory of remembering it. Sad, poor guy. I feel for him. It hurts.
Just hurts, right?
But it does give me hope that somewhere out there I got to sleep with Wonder Woman too, and I just don't know it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 84 was bad.
So we got a synopsis of what Blue Beetle's going to be about. I didn't know Susan Sarandon was in this movie.
I didn't know George Lopez was in this fucking movie.
What?
George Lopez is his uncle.
Okay, hold on, nigga. Okay, Solo Marianduena from Cobra Kai. Everybody was like, bet. Okay,
Bet.
Cool. And I was like, wait, George Lopez? What?
Someone sent me a TikTok of him on a interview saying, "Yeah, I'm doing this Blue Beetle movie. I'm playing his uncle. It's a lot of fun. It's going to be a good DC film." I was like, "What?"
So here's the synopsis of it, and this is the best part. Listen to the synopsis. Recent college grad Jaime Reyes returns home full of aspirations for his future, only to find out that home is not as quiet as he left it. As he searches to find his purpose in the world, fate intervenes when Jaime unexpectedly finds himself in possession of an ancient relic of alien biotech, the Scarab. The Scarab suddenly chooses Jamie to be its symbiotic host. He is bestowed with an incredible suit of armor capable of extraordinary and unpredictable powers, forever changing his destiny as he becomes the superhero Blue Beetle. Do you want to know what's the most important thing about that synopsis?
Let me hear it.
It mentions nothing about Ted Cord. This is his life.
Yeah. I don't know anything. Honestly, I don't know the Ted Cord Blue Beetle. I only know Reyes and I only know the character because of Injustice. That's how I was introduced to him. And I love the Jaime Reyes character. And I've heard about Ted Cord, but I've never read it. I don't know much about it. So, and I like that. I like that they're giving him just his own, this is Blue Beetle story.
That's what I love about it.
Mm-hmm.
This is his story. This is about him. There are no shoulders he needs to lean on.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where Susan Sarandon plays a role in, out of all,
has it not said who she is?
I don't know. I haven't done the research, but it's like, okay. So remember originally.
Oh, wait a minute.
What?
She's playing Victoria Cord. Everything we just said, throw it out. Doesn't look like there is a Ted Cord though in the cast.
Yeah, I bet you it's not. I bet you it's not listed.
I bet you it's not. Carpax, the Indestructible Man.
I bet you it's not listed because it's going to be somebody that's going to be a name.
Yeah.
That's going to be Cord. And they don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
Ugh. Fucking ugh. How come he can't stand on his own?
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Sorry, just made me really upset hearing that.
But other than that, I think it sounds good. And I'm really excited about this movie. One, because I just love is it, how do you say it? Zolo? Is it Zolo?
Nigga, that's what I pronounce it. XOLO, Zolo.
Okay. I always just call him Miguel Diaz from Cobra Kai because I love Cobra Kai. So
okay.
I'm all on board with him as Blue Beard. That's the other thing I want. I want more movies of this, even though I haven't seen it yet. I'm assuming it's gonna be good.
I'm off the team. I just saw what you quoted to. Why are we checking Twitter while we doing this? This is hilarious. Oh, okay, that was funny. So, all right, let's move on real quick. So, as we know, the Arrowverse is almost pretty much wrapping up, right? But Superman and Lois, they allowed it to take it lives in its own world, which is weird. But the Flash is having its final season, okay? Now, if you remember, one of the biggest things that happened is they finally gave us the giant crossover we've been wanting, Crisis on Infinite Earths. They basically crossed in all of the universes. Remember, Grant Gustin met Ezra Miller. Yeah. And basically Grant Gustin is how Ezra Miller gets his name.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, he wasn't the Flash.
No, they didn't have any name for him.
He's like, yeah, I'm the Flash. Oh, the Flash. And that's how he got his name. We also got the first time we ever saw Kevin Conroy as a live-action Batman, God rest his soul. Good. Tom Welling returned as Clark Kent. Mm-hmm. But
dude from 1989 Batman.
Yes. Yeah, dude, the reporter, Knox. Yo, we got Burt Ward was in this motherfucker. We got old girl who played Huntress from the old Birds of Prey series.
Yep.
They did a lot with this, and I praise them for that. But Lucifer. In the tweet, we got Tom. I knew we were getting Lucifer. So I always gonna keep bragging on this. I knew we were getting Lucifer, and I knew we were getting Ezra before anybody else. The only people who knew before me were the producers, writers, and people on the staff. I saw the Ezra Miller scene before everybody. I was one of 37 people that saw the scene.
That's dope.
At Guggenheim's house, nigga. What? Mark Guggenheim lives 15 minutes from me.
That's dope.
Nigga, what? I was at that man's house. And a lot of people are like, Jay, how come you weren't on none of the shows? Because here's the deal.
You know what? Tell those people to shut the fuck up. We ain't talking about that.
I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why I wasn't on the show. So here's the deal. To do any of the shows that were still shooting in Canada, Legends, Flash, whatever like that, Batwoman, it requires, unless you are a recurring character with a big role, it is a lot of money to pay for the visas and everything to send an actor up there. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of money. Then they were like, well, how come you didn't get on Black Lightning? And then there was so much to discuss about that. And we'll talk about that on a private conversation. So this is what, so somebody asked, somebody tweeted and asked Mr. Mark Guggenheim, will we ever get a crossover DVD digital download? I know there must be deleted scenes. He said, in my perfect world, for the 5th anniversary, I'd get some VFX money, time in an editing bay, and pull together the whole thing into a single movie. He would make it one forward movie. Now, I don't blame them to want to see it with no commercial breaks. It just runs straight through. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
No, that's what I was just agreeing with you. I was like, I agree. It would be really cool to see. I think that'd be awesome. I don't think we're gonna get it, but it would be really cool if we did.
Yeah, I think they would have to see, and again, this is different leadership at the top. This is different heads of the company now, because when the Snyder Cut happened, they gave all the money to Snyder because they believed the money would turn into subscribers for HBO Max, which it did not.
Mm-hmm.
There would have to be something that it's called a return on investment, ladies and gentlemen. There would have to be something that shows an ROI for them to make Crisis on Infinite Earths into a full movie. Speaking on Crisis on Infinite Earths, again, we talked about Knox from the 89 Batman. The 89 Batman, Michael Keaton, who will be returning in the Flash movie. It is reported that before it was scrapped, the Batman Beyond movie was going to bring back him and Michelle Pfeiffer. Like, Michelle Pfeiffer.
I didn't know she was going to come back. It makes me more sad.
Yeah.
Aww.
It would have been Batman Beyond. He would have been old Bruce. Now, again, where does Michael Keaton go going forward? Is this his final swan song as the Dark Knight? Possibly. Again, I think the people I feel sorry for the most out of this, the person, shall I say, is Sasha Calle, who's playing Supergirl. Because I said it on this show, and I'll say it again, the movie is good. From what I've heard from all intents, from different sources, the movie is good, and that's sad that the movie is good. Okay, but Ezra Miller is Ezra Miller, and so you can't. Yeah. All right, let me see.
I don't know. I hope we get to see more of her as Supergirl, and I would love to see more Michael Keaton Batman, but I don't think we're going to get it. I think that ship has now sailed with this. I think we're going to get this, and also. I'm of two worlds in this. Yes, I would love to see a Batman Beyond. But motherfucker, if y'all give me Batman Beyond before you give me Nightwing in a movie, I'm gonna be kind of mad. I'm sorry.
Why?
Because I want fucking Nightwing. We've seen 37 different fucking Batman. We've seen Chris O'Donnell play Robin, and that's it.
Okay, keep going. I'm listening to your anger.
That's it. I want a Robin. I want a story. I want to see a Robin story unfold in live action.
Yeah, but it takes too much to get.
We want Batman Begins. We want Batman Beyond because it's easy and it's quicker. Cool. No, I want the Robin story.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. You so aggressive.
Sorry. I want to see it.
That's what Titans is for.
I want to see it on the big screen I'm not liking season 3. So I want
4.
Is it 4? Are we on 4? I'm not liking season 4.
Yeah. I haven't even started watching Doom Patrol this season.
I haven't finished the last season of Doom Patrol.
And I love Doom Patrol.
Yeah.
Also, I'm trying to think if I want to do Doom Patrol reviews again because I was doing it with a certain person, and we're not doing reviews anymore. So it's hard to watch the show. Okay. But it's no disrespect to them. But that's all said and done. All right, that's all we got. Listen, I've been trying to multitask a lot of shit because I still got to do a self-tape after this. I still got to do a whole bunch of shit.
My bad. I'm just dragging shit out too.
No, I am too. Let's say this right now. I think it's safe to say this is our last episode for the year.
Unless major shit happens?
Unless something major happens. Now, I'm about to go to the emails in the Mad Titan Podcast email and the hotline calls. But I think it's safe to say, because as of right now, we'll do this next, unless something drops next week or this week, shall I say, we're pretty much here. But here's the thing. I'm in Los Angeles. This industry shuts down this week.
Yeah.
This industry shuts down this week. So that's why we got all this news now.
Yeah.
So here's the email I have for the Mad Titan email, madtitanpodcast@gmail.com, madtitanpodcast@gmail.com, madtitanpodcast@gmail.com. The email is from one of the members of the Supervillain Squad, Jolene, and her email is titled Becky Lynch. She says, "Hey, JNBC, considering the Becky talk, let's assume she might do an MCU thing in the future because the story states they have an interest in working with her again. Who do you want her to play? Because for me, Hellcat, Patsy Walker all day. Just ignore everything Jessica Jones did because that character deserves better. She could even have the Patsy Walker backstory change slightly from a child star to a wrestler to thrill-seeking superhero. What do y'all think? Who would you want?
I love the idea of Patsy Walker being a past wrestler. And it being Becky. That's funny. That's good.
That's gold.
That's some meta shit that I would love to see.
My only issue is, doesn't Patsy Walker's character lends itself to Jessica Jones?
Yes.
Because I'm not too fully familiar with the Hellcat story.
Yeah,
but I think
the only story I know is the one Jessica Jones gave us.
Yeah, it's like it needs Jessica Jones, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like, how do you do that? It's one of those things, it's one of those things to do.
As far as who else she could be, I don't know. I mean, I don't think she's a strong enough look wise. I'm like, oh, she'd be an interesting rogue, but I don't think she's a strong enough actress to just give her rogue.
That's the problem. She's not strong enough to be rogue.
Yeah.
But also rogue. Here's the thing. We all know this about rogue. Rogue is from New Orleans.
Yeah.
That Cajun, her Irish brogue is way too thick to give us. I mean, it's one of those.
Yeah. She could be a new version of Quake.
But that's if Chloe Bennett isn't coming back.
Oh my God, I'd be so happy if they brought Chloe Bennett back.
Because the belief is Chloe Bennett is in Secret Invasion.
I will lose my shit. I will because I'm a fan of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I know a lot of people did. Oh, good. See, a lot of people didn't like it. I liked the majority. Yes, everything's gonna have, especially any 22 episode show is gonna have some shit. But
some shit. I don't know why you said it like a sneeze. It's gonna have some shit.
But I loved her as Quake.
I did too. I mean, again, I don't, everybody's like, well, what about the Inhuman part? We have learned we don't need to use the term Inhumans no more.
Nope.
Okay? You can easily be like, well, what about the Inhumans? Fuck the Inhumans, okay? We got mutants, nigga. Mutants. That's really aggressive. It's really aggressive. But I can't. It's the thing for me would be having to see Becky Lynch without red hair.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Because that is what would tell me where else I can see her. Because I have to picture anybody when I see Becky Lynch. I just got to picture them as a redhead.
She could be Thundra.
Who the fuck is Thundra?
Time traveling Femizon anti-heroine Thundra, who hails from future Earth, where women have conquered men and taken over the world, declaring it Femizonia. She first appeared in Fantastic Four in the early 70s and seems to be she fights She-Hulk on occasion.
Okay.
Well, hey, that's how Becky Lynch is the man. So that makes sense that she would take over the world and create Femizonia. Come on. Give it to me, Jay. That was a good one. Next year.
So motherfucking glad you answered that question. You asked yourself that question. Am I still allowed back? Am I still allowed back? I'll be good. I promise I'll be good. All right, we got one phone call. Let's go check our phone call on the hotline, 818-276-6947, 818-276-6947. Check out this call we got right now.
Hey, Jay. This is your boy Kevin from Louisiana, officially part of your Patreon. Proud to be one of your goons in the Mad Titan podcast, man. I was calling because I was talking about obscure characters, And I thought there were two good ones that y'all left off, man. One being Plastic Man, Patrick O'Brien. I don't know how he would work, but I think James Gunn has that type of mind where he could be that Deadpool of the DC universe. He's one of those characters where there's a panel where I don't know if they will be able to do this in a movie because it will be controversial, but he forms himself into a dress and it sends himself up to Big Barda's room and she puts him on and finds out that she is wearing Plastic Man. This panel was so funny to me, man, and I always thought that would be cool on a movie, but in today's day and age, I don't know if they'd be able to pull that off. The second one being Vic Sage, The Question, or it could be Renee Montoya. I always thought he was a cool character. I would love to see him on the big screen. But anyway, man, thanks for taking my call. And tell BC the Creole King is coming. And when he applies the voodoo dream in the middle of the ring, he will scream. Because when he's in that deep swamp water, my friend, the gators will slaughter. Peace out, my brother. Love y'all, man. Hey, Jay.
That man just
This
cut a
your boy,
promo on
Kevin
me.
from
Hold up. This man just cut a promo on me.
Yes, he did.
Bro,
Cut a whole
do
ass
you
promo.
not realize I was a champion everywhere I went. I retired as world heavyweight champion. You calm down on cutting the promo, man. Come on now. I cut him in half with a spear, seaside spear, right through. Boom.
Oh, y'all so cute.
Oh, look at me. I'm Jay. I'm still in the ring wrestling.
Actually, I'm not, but I'm still better than all of you niggas with promos. I'm one of the most lethal niggas on the microphone without even trying. Now what?
Facts.
Without even trying.
I've
done promos for shows I've had where they asked us to do video promos, and I've literally recorded to be like, so I guess I'm supposed to be like, on this day, blah, blah, blah. I ain't finna do all that. I've literally cut the promo doing that, and it'd be better than everybody else's.
I think I saw that one.
Because, everybody's like, when it comes time for me and you to meet in the ring, we're going to go one-on-one. I'll be like, hey, bro, let me tell you something. I'm taking time out of my busy day to beat your ass. So this is how this is going to go. You're going to show up. I'm going to reluctantly be there. I'm going to put my foot square up your behind, ask if I'm allowed to say it, and therefore the end of this night will emerge with me victorious, going back to do bigger and better things, and you wondering what wrong turn did you make down your life that you had to cross me and this path, wondering where did you mess up that you decided you wanted to sign on one-on-one with me, wondering where in life did you screw up where your parents didn't put you up for adoption and give you a better future than the future you got dealing with me. You wonder those things. Now, you can keep wondering all those before, after, or during, but here's one of the things you won't have to wonder is that at the end of the day, it's only two things you can do about this ass whooping, and that's nothing, and deal with it, damn it. That's how you cut a promo unseamlessly. Okay, all right. Go ahead, say it. I hate you.
Yeah, that was good. That was pretty good. All right. Speaking of badass promos, did you see Ricky Starks and MJF?
I did not.
I heard they killed it. I heard they put on the sickest promo.
Yeah, but here's the thing. For what? Just for MJF to go over?
Yeah, I know. Facts. But
also, I need Tony kind of go ahead and get rid of a Ring of Honor because you don't care about it.
Yeah, facts.
It's just go ahead.
So Plastic Man is interesting.
I would do Plastic.
Yeah,
that storyline. No, but I would. You know what? Go for it.
Yeah. I started thinking. I was like, oh, we've already seen him, but I was like, no, wait, that was Elongated Man on Flash.
Right.
So yeah, it would be interesting to see that James Gunn try and do a Deadpool version, like use Plastic Man as his kind of Deadpool. That would kind of work. I think that would be really fun.
I would love to see it, dude, because he can be anybody.
Mm-hmm.
All you got to do is film like post cameo scenes with him until you do his movie or after. Yeah. Or just put a scene where he feeds in. Again, he can be any fucking thing. But it's just that red and black. You just notice it's that red and black suit or that line. You're like, wait, did I see? And that'd be him.
Oh, bro, if there's just random people everywhere in every movie.
They just happen to have on the red and black.
Oh my God.
It's that specific red and black. You just don't realize it. Like it could be a badass chick walk down the street and you don't think about it until eventually it's revealed. He's been everywhere. He's been a dog. He's been everything.
Oh my God. That'd be insane, dude. That'd be so good.
Because Ryan Reynolds is done after Deadpool 3.
You think?
Right? I need people. Let me say something to y'all. You specific and everybody else.
I need you to not break my heart. Like,
okay, I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna tell you something, but this has got to be realistic. When was the first Deadpool movie?
long ass time ago.
What does Ryan Reynolds do? Makes fucking movies. Do you think Ryan Reynolds has the time to dedicate now to fully being in the MCU like that? We might get him back in Secret Wars. We might. But after that, that's it.
But it's Ryan Reynolds, and he's Deadpool.
I know, and it hurts. But if you think Ryan Reynolds is going to stay Deadpool for another 7-8 years,
Bitch, ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
I think I just figured out how to tell when one of those clips are coming. The background disappears.
oh, you think you can tell? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I not?
Okay. You're gonna be able to tell. Okay. 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 Anyway. That's all we got for this week, man. To the members of the Supervillain Squad, I thank y'all. I am really running behind. I gotta get this audition in within an hour. Y'all know who you are. If you want to join the squad, patreon.com/Mr. J Washington. Mr. J Washington all across the board. January 11th, Wednesday, January 11th at 8 p.m. at the Mic Drop Comedy Club in San Diego. Madhouse is another club. At the Mic Drop Comedy Club in San Diego, I am headlining one night only, January 11th, San Diego. Be there. Get your tickets. MicDropComedyClub.com. BC, tell them where to find you.
You can find me on all social medias at TheGrindCalls, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Hive, if that app works. Find me. Holla at me.
Yo, Hive is, like, I got a notification from Hive. I was like, is it back up? Like, I don't know. But yeah, we will, again, stay tuned. As of now, this will probably be our last episode for 2022. If not, we will holler at y'all next week if there's a bunch of shit that drops the rest of this week. Because we know for a fact, I know for a fact after next week ain't shit dropping. So
I know for a fact this may be our last episode, but I'm still gonna FaceTime Jay every Sunday just to randomly ask him questions and talk stories.
I'm gonna block BC on my phone. So that's gonna happen. Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. I hope you fuck into the new year. I hope you get fucked into the new year. I hope your new year is prosperous. I'm gonna tell you something. If I don't talk to y'all, this is an old wives' tale I've learned every year since I was a kid, and it works because it's like the secret. Before the year ends, put a dollar bill over your door seal. It is symbolic of bringing money into your home. Now, it doesn't mean you're gonna overflow with money, but money will keep coming into your home. It has always worked for me. Okay, just so you know, do that. I'll holler at y'all probably next week, probably next year. That sounds weird. We out. Bye.